Morning, morning, morning. Today is a new day, a new opportunity, fresh start for a new week. Again, as I always say, hopefully today has been, and this week has been really good. Hopefully today starts out well for you. Hopefully it's improving on whatever situation you've been through. Um, Mine is. I feel refreshed. I feel new. A lot of things happen in the world. A lot of things are happening in life, in my life, but like I take solace in the fact that it'll pass by. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the growth process, and I embrace it. That's the way to look at it. That's how I look at it. I don't know, like how you deal with or how you all cope, right, with drama, trauma, loss. Um, but if you're here, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, you have a purpose. There's a reason why you're still here. There's a reason you woke up today. And so let's try to make the best of it. Let's do the best we can. Um, let's do everything that we can before we lay our head down for another night of rest, because nothing's promised. I always say that, but I also say, I ain't speaking death on myself, that I plan on being here for a long time, few more decades at least. But whatever the plan is, I'll follow it. But I definitely look forward to a long time of, health and wealth on this earth. And I just want the same for y'all. Like, I've been through my ups and downs, um, just like the rest of us. We all have. It's no different. We just deal with it at different times and in different uh, spots in our life. But we're overcomers. That's that. That's the truth. That's how I look forward to everything. Is that everything I've been through, I've gone through. I've made it through. I've seen it through, and it's gonna keep happening. It's just like, no matter what I put myself through, no matter what situations I go through, I'm gonna overcome, because if I've overcame everything else in my life. So why stop now? Like, yeah, it's probably a little difficult. It gets tougher, but it's not gonna kill me. I'm gonna be okay, because I'm supposed to be, because that's life. There's always something going on. Again, either leaving a storm or heading toward a storm, but I ain't running from it. Not anymore. Because you endure more when you run from it. Because it's still going to catch up to you. You're still going to go through it. I'd rather face it head on. I'd rather go towards it and get through with it and get on the other side of it, and then help others by telling them how you do it again. Like, that's really, whatever you go through, you have the blueprint now. And then you can help someone else who's going through something similar. It might not be the same, but we all go through stuff. And the key to all of us growing and maturing and evolving is the calluses from everything that we go through. It strengthens us, and then we have to use that to strengthen others, because that's the key. That's the key to our growth and maturation. Just talking about our scars. And when you do that, the healing process kind of speeds up. You have a purpose behind it. I look forward to it. And the reason I say I look forward to it, not because I want problems. Like, no, nobody wants problems. But if I know it exists, I know it's going to happen, I prepare for it. So I look forward to it. I look forward to being on the other side of it. And when you attack it that way, when you attack every day that way, life gets a little easier. It's a different mindset, because you're prepared, because you expect. And I'm not gonna go in and say, oh, I expect every day to be terrible. It's hard. No, that's not the truth. That's not reality. It's ups and downs. You might have some people have more ups than they do downs. Some people have more downs than they do ups, right? But it's how you respond to each. It's how you respond to being up. It's how you respond to being down. I've learned to be even keel. And in this life, you're always one yes away. That's what I've come to realize. Like, you're always one opportunity away from your big opportunity. You're always one completed opportunity away from the moment. And you got to be prepared. You've been through so much. You've been told no so many times. And it just feels like it's never going to happen. That you just feel like you want to give up. You want to quit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Most of the time, we quit, we give up, we walk away right before the breakthrough. We get 100 yeses, 100 no's, and we walk away at 100. And it's truthfully 101 could be that yes. And I mean, that's, everyone say that, right? That's typical. Everybody's going to tell you, oh, keep going, keep going. And then it might be 150 no's. Like there's no guarantee on anything, but other than life. And that's the only two guarantees you have. But that doesn't mean you stop. Like, if it's something you really, really want, if it's something you really, really pursuing, if it's something you really, really worked hard for, right, then why stop? You're one big break away. Like, I was telling a story, and everybody know probably this parable of the home builder, the contractor, however, he built homes for, I believe, 30 years, and I'm kind of paraphrasing. I might have some of it wrong, but he built homes for 30 years and was retiring. And his supervisor, boss, however you want to say it, told him, I need you to build me one more house. And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, could you do this for me? And he's like, yeah, okay. And his yeah, okay wasn't, inspiring. He wasn't excited to do it. He was upset. He was ready to retire. He's done. He's like, I want to, whatever's next. And he cut corners. He didn't do everything he normally would do. He didn't do his best work. And when he finished, he went to the supervisor and was like, hey, I'm finished. I'm done. I gave him the keys, and the supervisor said, hey, look, I appreciate everything you've done. I appreciate all the work. You sure you're done? You sure you're there? I'm done. He said, well, I want to reward you with this house. And he gave him the keys back. And in that moment, darkness goes over you, disappointment, because he just did it to do it. He completed the task just to complete it so he can move on, so he can go to the next step of his life, not knowing that the next step of his life would start in that home. And two things I get from that, right? Always do your best, which you never know, like, who or what you're doing it for. So you do it to the best of your abilities because it's your name. Your name is on it. Because you absolutely don't know what the purpose of anything is. And two, he's a builder. He's a contractor. He's a construction, whatever, right? So the problem is not the house. Like, he can fix the house at any point. He can do it. He's done it before. What really gets me is that now he's going to have to spend his own money to fix the house. Like, when he was building that house on his supervisor's dime. He was improving on someone else's dime. He didn't spend anything on it. It was paid for. Once he completed the house, he completed the task, and he didn't do it up to the best of his ability. He no longer had that amount of money to just go and buy and go to the store and just improve. Now he has to do it himself. Now from having a bad, poorly built house, he also I don't know what his fun situation was to be able to fix it. And so that's how I look at everything, right? Do the very best that you can, right? But especially when you're on someone else's time, dollar, because you don't know, like, what's next. And, like, the parable is the parable, right? Like, he didn't do everything he could. He did just enough. And, for some people, that might be good enough. Obviously, he was really good at what he did because his severance package was a house. He could have built whatever type of house he wanted to build. Like, think about that. Think about every time you go to work, every time you do something, you're doing it at the best of your ability. You're giving the best that you can. And when you go to sleep, like I don't do what I do for applause or praise. Like, I do it because I want to see others succeed. Like right now, obviously the NFL Combine is going on, and there are obviously student athletes that I've worked with, have been around and seen succeed. Like, more importantly than anything, that any recognition I get is to see them shine, to see the work that they put in for years, and to see it come to fruition. Like, to see it on TV, to see it live for their families, to see that's like the preparation that goes into. I'm talking about 4 and 5 years of preparation that goes into your dream, all because you're having a upset day or a bad day. You say you cut corners, not knowing the results will affect you. Like, imagine doing something for like the build to 30 years, and you have another year, another month, another few weeks, and you don't give everything. The results are yours. That's the lasting image that someone will have of you, is poor work. It's the same thing as if you quit the job, you give a 2 weeks notice. Like, the best 2 weeks of my life will be during that time, because you don't know when a person that leaves there might be your next supervisor. A co-worker might start a business, and all they'll remember is how upset or mad or how you reacted to a situation that wasn't favorable to you. And these are things I'm talking about because these are things I deal with. These are things that contribute to our success or failure. These are things that contribute to our anxiety, us being upset, which contributes to depression, to down days, to sorrowful days, because they all get lumped in together. And it's just a wave of emotions because things don't go our way. The truth is, you make your own way. No matter who you work for, we have choices in life. And you can choose to have a bad day. You can choose to have a good day. Because truly, you get to have a day. And someone didn't. Someone went to sleep last night and had plans for today and didn't wake up. And more importantly, their family is the ones that are left picking up the pieces. Because, like, when you go, you go. Like, you're not worried about that anymore. That's not a concern of paying your rent or paying your car note. It's not your concern anymore. And so a deeper dive in that is how you leaving your family. How are your actions affecting the people that love you and the people that will be left behind? That's how you gotta think. That's a deeper thought than, oh, I'm just having a bad day or whatever. Like, how is this bad day gonna affect the people that love you and that are counting on you? From teammates to co-workers, to spouses, to children, to parents, to siblings that are counting on you. If they're counting on you and you have one bad day, get fired, or you allow one bad day to affect your whole day and you go home, like, it's a trickle-down effect. But I go back to it and I say the same thing again to you. You're one yes away from your breakthrough. You're one strong day away. You're one strong opportunity. You're one blessing away. Go hard every time. Even when you don't feel like going hard, go harder. Because that's probably your moment. Like, it gets toughest in the moment of breakthrough because the enemy wants you to quit. He wants you to walk away. He wants you to stop because you're right there. He's attacking you the hardest because you're almost finished. You're right where you need to be. And so it gets tougher. The storm is greater toward the end. You're right there, and you want to turn back, and the enemy wins because it's not going your way. So many stories in the world come from adversity, come from obstacles, come from turbulence, tough times. They mold you for the next opportunity. Like 1,000 no's shouldn't stop you. It's not, it shouldn't stop you on something you really want. Unless you really don't want it. You will find out if you really want it if you keep going. If you have no desire to keep going, you don't want it. You just say you want it. You just like it. You don't love it. It ain't nothing you're willing to die for, because if it's your dream, you're willing to die for it. But you planned everything all the way into this moment, and it gets a little tougher. Something you didn't expect. You got to push through. Just one more time, and then one more time, and then one more time, because it's something you really want. I don't know. I have no idea who I'm talking to, and most of it I'm talking to myself, because I want more too. I believe I deserve more too. I believe, like, I want my piece of the pie too, right? Like, we all work for a purpose. We work for a reason. Like, we all want to live comfortably, and sometimes it's tougher than other times, when you feel like you're not being treated fairly, or you're not getting your piece of the pie. But this is the thing. Man can't give you that. Nor do I want it from man. Because if you seek it from man, you give them the power. You have all the control over your life. You have all the power over your life. You control everything. Don't give it away. For one opportunity, and the next opportunity to come. If that's not the one for you, if that's not your moment, keep going. Don't stop. Don't slow down. Because they want to rob you of that. When I say they, I'm talking about the enemy. I'm not talking about a human being. We're not at war with flesh and blood. So that don't matter. And again, like, everything I talk about, everything I discuss is things I've been through. It's not just stuff I've read. Like, I've been through these things. I've been on that side where I feel like I'm doubting myself, and I feel like others are doubting me. I grew up. I'm past the point now where the opinion of others matters to me. As long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, as long as I'm achieving what I need to achieve, as long as I'm moving forward, that's all that matters. That yes is going to come from somewhere. Some people, you'll run into people that don't value you. That's on them. It's not on you. But it becomes your issue when you allow it to affect what you're doing. Not everyone is going to like you. Not everyone's going to respect you. Not everyone's going to value you. That's not important, because they're just here for a season. No one's here for a lifetime. That's like, because you didn't come in the world with them. So how I'm going to miss somebody that wasn't with me for 20 years? And you got to take that mindset, because it affects you. It affects your daily tasks, your daily work. It affects your mental, worrying about what others think of you. Wondering if they like you, wondering if you're doing enough. You are. You're doing just what you're supposed to do. The people that's supposed to care, and people that's supposed to love you, the people that's supposed to affect, they'll let you know. Stop trying to please and impress people that are just passing through. Won't even talk to them ever again. And I get it, right? We want that sense of belonging, but I get that from my creator. And listen, it's tough. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, it's easy to just not focus on that. That's not true. Like, I'm human. I have emotions. But I've learned to weather the storm. I've been through enough storms so I realize that it's going to pass. It's not going to be here forever. How it affects me, right, is how I let it linger in my mind. Like, the storm is passed a week ago and I'm still thinking about it. That affects everything that I'm doing. Like, it's over with. Whatever mistake, whatever issue, whatever decision, right, wrong, and different, I got to move on. Because my breakthrough is right here. My yes is right here. And I got to be where my feet are. I bloom where I'm planted. Like, I can't focus on what I didn't get or what I think I should get. I need to go get it. And that don't come from man. That comes from within. Like, truthfully, you have the gift. You have everything you need to succeed. It's already there. You don't need to go get it from anywhere else. You have it. It's inside you. But you have to believe that. You have to trust that. And you have to move forward. Your breakthrough is right on the other side. You're a few steps away. But if you take a step back, you're just compounding the issue. Like, walk through it. Walk through your breakthrough. Walk through your yes. Walk through your acceptance. Like, you have enough. You've done enough. Finish it. Yes, it's tough. It is. It's absolutely tough. But it only gets worse if you quit. It only gets worse if you stop. If you delay it. Because it's right here. Everything you've been through is all worth it once you finish. You never heard anybody complain about the drama, the trauma, the pain when they win. Because they won. You instantly forget about it. When you come in first place, when you sign a big deal, when you buy the car, when you buy the house, you're not thinking about what you need to do next. You're not thinking about what you didn't do yesterday. You're focused on the goal. You're focused on the achievement. And that's the key. That's the key to finishing. That's the key to your growth and development. Because you are enough. I need you to understand that you are enough. You have enough. You are everything that you need in this world. Just look in the mirror. Understand who you are. Realize that you are one yes away because you were given that gift at birth. Whatever this world needs, you have it. And you got to realize that. You got to say that about yourself. You have to speak that on yourself, that you have what this world needs inside of you. We need it. We need you to give it to us. We need you to talk it. We need you to write the book. We need you to sing the song. We need you to play the guitar. We need you to run the race. You're an inspiration. And this world needs it. We're not going to make it without you. Don't stop. Don't give up. You're right there. You're right there in front of your breakthrough. Take one more step. Take one more step. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Because it's finished. Like, it's already done. The time frame is on you. The second you choose to do it, it's already done. You just got to go through the formality of whatever battle it is. But you're going to come out on the other side victorious. And you have to know that. You have to speak that. Like, I love y'all. I truly love y'all. I believe in what you're doing. You matter. You're important. Do not stop. Do not quit. Do not walk away. Not right now. This is the moment. This is it. This is your breakthrough. This right here is what you prayed for. Is what you asked for. Is what you worked for. Do not stop. You're one yes away. You're one completed opportunity away from realizing all your dreams. I love you. I love y'all. I believe in y'all. Keep going. Keep fighting. I appreciate y'all. It's not over. Nowhere near. You're just beginning. You just got to keep fighting. Y'all be blessed.